Hello students, welcome back. This is teacher Mitali here and I hope you are safe and healthy and you are taking very good care of yourselves. Today we will start a new lesson in maths for class 4, that is multiplication. Students, before we start, I would like to tell you the different words which you come across when you solve multiplication sums. The words are groups. You can say groups of 3, groups of 4, times, 2 times 3, 3 times 4, multiply and multiplication. I repeat, groups, times, multiply and multiplication. And students, can you see this sign, this X sign over here? That is the sign for multiply or multiplication. That means whenever you see this multiply sign in between any two numbers, you know for sure that you need to multiply those two numbers. Students, by now you all know the concept of addition very well. Today we will understand that multiplication is repeated addition. Multiplication is repeated addition. Right? Now, let me explain this with the help of a small example. This is Johnny. It is Johnny's birthday today. Johnny is very happy and excited, and he has invited 3 of his best friends, Pinky, Sammy and Reena, for his birthday party. Now, at the party, Johnny wants to give each of his friends 3 toffees. 1, 2, 3 for Pinky, 3 for Sammy, 3 for Reena. Now, Johnny is a bit confused. He does not know how many toffees he needs to buy. So don't worry, Johnny. We will help you out. So let's help Johnny. Now, for the party, there are total 4 children. Pinky, Sammy, Reena and Johnny himself. Now, Johnny wants to give each of them 3 toffees. 3 for Pinky, 3 for Sammy, 3 for Reena, and he keeps 3 for himself. Now, to know how many toffees he needs, we need to add them. So, 3 for Pinky, we need 3 for Sammy, 3 for Reena, and 3 for Johnny himself. So, we have added 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, and that makes it 12, right? Now, let's do it the other way. Now, we know that for the party, there are 4 children and each child gets how many toffees? Each child gets 3 toffees, right? And how many children are there? There are 4 children in all, or total there are 4 children. So I can write 4 times 3. That makes it how much? 4 times 3 is 12. Now I can replace this times with the multiply sign, right? 4 multiplied by 3 equals to 12. Now, if you see here, we have added 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, that is 4 times, and we got 12. Correct? Now, here also, when we have done the other way, 4 into 3, we have also got 12. So now, Johnny is sure that he has to buy 12 toffees in all for the birthday party to give his friends. So students, now you all know that multiplication is a quick and a powerful method to add the same numbers over and over again. Is it clear? Students, multiplication sums are usually written this way. 4 multiplied by 5 equals 20. I want you to remember a few points here. The first number which is there, that is the number 4, tells us the number of groups. So this number tells us the number of groups. The second number which is there, that is this number 5, tells us the number of objects in each group. Okay? And the last number or the answer that we get tells us how many objects are there all together, or it is also called the product. So the first number tells us the number of groups which are present. The second number tells us the number of objects in each group. And the third number, that is the answer that we get, is called the product, or altogether how many objects are there. Now let us see this example with the help of a demonstration. Now we have how many groups? We have 4 groups, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many objects are there in each group, children? The number of objects are 5. So let's draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you see that total there are how many objects, or what is the product that you get? What is the answer that you get? It is 20. Right? Now look at the next example. The first number tells us what? Tells us the number of groups. So how many groups are there here? There are 2 groups, right? The second number tells us the number of objects in each group. So how many objects are there in each group here? There are 3. So let us draw 3. 1, 2, 3 sticks. 1, 2, 3 sticks. So what is the product you will get? 2 into 3 equals to 6. So 6 is called the product. Okay? Now look at the third example. 2 times 1. 2 times 1 can also be written as 2 multiplied by 1. And that will give us how much? 2, right? So what are the number of groups? What is the first number here, children? It is 2. So 2 tells us that the number of groups are 2 in this sum. Now how many objects are there in each group? There is only one object in each group here. And what is the product that we are getting? It is 2. So there is one object here, one object here, and that makes it 2. So have you understood the basics here? Yes? Now that you know the basic concept of multiplication, I will tell you and explain the different properties of multiplication. So let's do it, children. Children, we will see the properties of multiplication. The first property says the product of a number and 1 is the number itself. I have given one example here. 3 multiplied by 1 is 3. Now I will explain to you this with the help of an example. Now I have 3 bowls here, 1, 2 and 3. I put 1 toffee in each of the bowls. Right? I have 3 bowls here and I have put 1 toffee in each of the bowls. Now let's find out how many toffees I will have in all. So the number of bowls which I have are how many? 3, right? Now the number of toffees in each bowl. How many toffees are there here in each bowl? There is only 1 toffee in each bowl. Now to find the total number of toffees that I have, what will I do? I will multiply it with 1. So 3 multiplied by 1 is 3. So this makes the first property of multiplication clear. The product of a number and 1 is the number itself. You can take any number. The second example, 2 multiplied by 1 will give you how much? 2. So 2 multiplied by 1 will give me the number itself, that is 2. Clear? Property 2. The product of a number and 0 is 0. For example, 3 multiplied by 0 will give us 0. To explain this, I have again got 3 bowls here. Now, this time I will not put any toffees in any of these bowls. So, you can see that there are 0 toffees in these 3 bowls. So, what is the total number of toffees that I have? Number of bowls are 3, right? How many bowls do I have? 1, 2, 3. Are there any toffees inside? No. So, 0 toffees in each bowl. So, to find the total number of toffees that I have, 3 multiplied by 0 will be 0. Correct? So, any number multiplied with 0 will give me 0. Let us see another example. 2 multiplied by 0 will give us how much? 0. Another one. 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 0 will be 0. Is it clear? Property 3. When we multiply two numbers, the order in which we multiply them does not matter. The product remains the same. Example, 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. Also, 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. Here, students, if you see, here in this example, I have written 2 first followed by 3 and then multiplied, and the answer I got is 6. Again, in this example, I have multiplied 3 first and then written 2. So, 3 multiplied by 2, the answer again is 6. So, the order in which I have written, whether it is 2 multiplied by 3 or 3 multiplied by 2 is not important. The answer you will get is the same. To explain this, again I have an example. Let us compare the toffees that I have with that of my brother. I have 2 bowls and in each bowl I have 3 toffees. So see here, I have 2 bowls and in each bowl I have 3 toffees. So how many toffees do I have altogether? I have 2 bowls and in each bowl I have 3 toffees, right? So 2 multiplied by 3. So how many toffees I have, children? I have 6, correct? Now let us see how many my brother has. What I have done is, I have 3 bowls here. Now in these 3 bowls, I put 2 toffees each. So, my brother has 3 bowls and in each bowl he has 2 toffees. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, how many does he have now? He has 3 bowls and in each bowl he has 2 toffees, right? So, total, how many he'll have? He'll have 6. So, we are equal. Smiley faces. I have got 6 and my brother also has got 6. Even though the order in which we have multiplied them is different. We have the same numbers, but the order in which we have multiplied them is different. We'll take one more example here. Suppose you have 4 into 5. 4 multiplied by 5 is how much, children? 20. Come on, very good. Now, 5 multiplied by 4. I have changed the order here. Again, the answer is 20. Very good. So, this explains the property. And now, the last property. When you multiply 3 numbers, you can group them in any way or order. The product is always the same. I repeat, when you multiply 3 numbers, you can group them in any order. The product is always the same. Now here I have three numbers, 4 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. So either I group 2 and 3 and then multiply it with 4, or I group 4 and 2 and then multiply it with 3. The answer will be the same. Now I will explain this with the help of an example. Now again let us compare the toffees that I have with that of my brother. I have 4 bowls here. In each bowl I have 2 multiplied by 3. 2 multiplied by 3, that is 6 toffees in each bowl. In each bowl I have 2 multiplied by 3, that is 6 toffees. Now like this I have got 4 bowls. So the number of bowls here are how many, children? 4. And how many toffees are there in each bowl? There are 2 multiplied by 3, that equals to 6 toffees in each bowl. So to find the total number of toffees, I will multiply 4 and 6, and the answer I will get will be 24. So now how many toffees do I have, children? 24. Lucky me and a smiling face. Now let's check how many my brother has. 3 bowls here. That is, my brother has 3 bowls here. Now in each bowl he has 4 multiplied by 2, that is 8 toffees. 4 multiplied by 2, that is 8 toffees in each bowl. So listen carefully. My brother has 3 bowls and in each bowl there are 4 multiplied by 2, that is 8 toffees. So let's count how many he has in all. How many bowls are there, children? Count and tell me. 3. How many toffees in each bowl? 4 multiplied by 2, that is 8. So how will you find the total? 3 multiplied by 8 equals to how much? 24. Now how many does he have? 24. Oh, again we have the same number of toffees. See, my brother also has a smiley face, since we have the same number of toffees. I hope you have understood this property of multiplication also very well. Let us take one more example. Suppose I need to multiply 4 into 5 multiplied by 6. So I can either do it as 4 multiplied by 5 into 6, or I can write it as 5 multiplied by 4 into 6. The answer will be the same. Students, I hope you have very well understood the different properties of multiplication. Now we will apply the same properties to solve a few examples. I have some fill in the blanks written for you. Let's solve them one by one. The first example is 7 multiplied by 6 will be same as 6 multiplied by, yes children, can you tell me? You know the properties, right? 7 multiplied by 6 will be the same as 6 multiplied by 7. So I am going to write 7 over here. Now look at the next sum. Here we are using which property? Yes, tell me. Correct. Any number multiplied by 1 gives you the number itself. So 42 multiplied by 1 will give us 42 again. Isn't it? Now look at the next example. This is the property. Which is the property you are learning here? Yes, 55 multiplied by 0, that is any number multiplied with 0 gives you 0. Now the next property here which we are going to apply, 4 multiplied by 7 into 8 is the same as 7 multiplied by 4 into 8. Yes? And what property I have used here? I have used the property that when you multiply any three numbers, you can group them in any way. The answer remains the same. Yes? Now look at the last sum. You have to answer this. Okay? 25 multiplied by 35 multiplied by 0. So when you see 0 multiplied with any number, what is the final answer you are going to get? 0. So now you know how to apply the properties of multiplication, right? Next, we will see how to multiply any two given numbers. First, children, we are going to see multiplication by one digit number without regrouping. So let us take the first example. I have the first example here, 23 into 3 or 23 multiplied by 3. So let me write it down, 23 multiplied by 3. First you write it this way. This is the ones place and this is the tens place, right? Now, you have to multiply this two digit number 23 by this digit, single digit 3. So what you have to do is, you will need to multiply this 3 in turns with the different places. First you multiply 3 with this 3 in the ones place. Then you multiply this 3 again with this 2 in the tens place. So let's do it now. We will start with the ones place. Always start with the ones place. Okay. Now 3 3's is how much? 9. So you get 9 in the ones place, right? Now 3 2's is how much? 3 2's is 6. So 6 is in the tens place, right? 6 tens. So this 3 3's are 9. I will write 9 here in the ones place. And 3 2's are 6. I will write 6 in the tens place. So 23 multiplied by 3 will give me how much, children? 69. Correct? 3 3's are 9 in the ones place. 3 2's are 6 in the tens place. Let us take the next example. 24 multiplied by 2. Again, you write it as 24 multiplied by 2. This is the ones place, this is the tens place, right? Now, again you need to multiply 24, which is a two digit number, by 2. So now, how will you do it? Multiply 2 with each place in turns, but first you will start from the ones place. Now 4 2's is how much, children? 8. So I will write 8 here in the ones place. 2 2's is how much? 2 2's is 4, which will come here in the tens place. So 24 multiplied by 2 will give me the answer 48. 2 4's are 8. And 2 2's are 4, which is in the tens place. Clear? Now look at the third example. Here you need to multiply the number 222, that is 222 with 2. Okay? Now let us do it. 222 multiply by 2 again. This is the ones place, tens place, hundreds place. Now again, children, you need to multiply this 3 digit number by this single digit 2. So what you will do is, you will multiply this 2 with each place in turns, but start from the ones place. Now let's multiply first. 2 into 2 is how much? 4, right? 2 multiplied by 2 here in the tens place is again how much? 4, right? Again this 2 multiplied by this digit 2, which is in the hundreds place, again gives us 4. So what is the answer we have got now? 222 multiplied by 2 will give us 444. 2 2's are 4, 2 2's are 4 and 2 2's are 4 again. So this is the way we multiply the two given numbers. Students, this was the last part for today's session. See you again in the next session. Till then, stay home, stay safe, be happy and enjoy this learning process. Thank you.